Greetings and welcome back to Smartwatch Ticks. We're a YouTube channel on the web at smartwatchticks.com. Got a smartwatch in a box ready to unbox for you. And there's a good reason I brought this little chicklet in here. Two of them, actually. You know, there's all kinds of watches out there. We've got them from everything that does EKG charts to half marathons. And then there's the simple ones that do your basic function but have a couple of things going for them. This one with this really sweet metal band that's easy to put on and take off. Magnetic clasp and coupling. I'll show you that in a minute. This one, well, let me tell you about it. Comes to us from TomTop, and it's a Kospet product. You guys have heard of Kospet, as in the hottest selling Android watch ever, the Kospet Prime. Well, actually the KW88 was the... Anyway, I digress. The Kospet does a whole lot of amazing products, and this is another one. It's a very simple smartwatch, and some folks, that's just all you need. Two things it does. It's got a transflective screen. That means outdoors, it's brighter in the bright sunlight. In fact, the best way to view it is to actually turn it so the sunlight shines on it. And because of that, and the fast chip that it's got inside, it gives you up to 30 days of standby time. Just sitting there. Yeah, telling time on your arm like a real digital watch. You remember the old Casio? Well, it's like that, except the screen's in color. It's bright in the reflected light. It does have a backlight in there that will shine for you when you twist your wrist or touch the button at night to see it in the dark. All in all, it's a generally nice watch. It's very strongly well-built, aluminum alloy, waterproof IP67, and a couple of choices of bands. So let's take a look at it once we show you the charging dock. Now, normally, I am not a dock fan. I really like just an easy charging wire because, well, docks are easy to get lost. You have to have the dock, and it's hard oftentimes to get a replacement. You can't like take it to work and have one at work and one at home like you can with a charging wire. But with this thing having a 30-day standby, and I mean it really does, the dock's okay. And it's really okay because it's an easy one to use. You don't have to align anything. You just drop it in, close the cover and push it, plug it in, and wherever you put it, no matter what orientation, it's going to be charging. You're not going to accidentally get it out of alignment. And it charges up nice and quickly, and literally once every month. If you don't use it much, once a week, every 2 weeks perhaps, if you use it a lot. It does things like continuous heart rate, readings, all that. Now, it's on right now, and you can see it when I get it reflecting in the light. And if I bring the back light up, yeah, you really can't see it here filming it on the camera that well. But let me tell you, when you're outdoors with this thing, it is super sharp. Let's look at the contents of the box, and then we'll walk through the watch. I've got a little card and a little book. The card gives you an address, bbs.kospet.com, and a Facebook page and so forth, and a big thank you. And then we've got the manual. And the manual is user instructions. It gives you the basic operations and shows you the app that you're going to download. And we will be showing you the iBand app here and what kind of things you'll see on the app as well. Here's some more information about the pages on the app and what you'll see icon-wise on the screen. It's a strongly icon-driven watch, so you could actually use this if you're not that familiar with English. Questions and answers, other things, and a disclaimer down at the bottom, and then we're off to other languages. So I don't really need to charge it up and turn it on, just clear the area out here, and let's walk through it. I'm going to try to do this in the reflections for you, so I'm going to be at just the right angle. There's only one button, it's on the front. You touch that button, wake it up and go. There's your step count. Then you can get into a training section. You can measure your heart rate. Last night's sleep time is there. You've got a stopwatch. This is where you read your messages, and you really can read your messages on this watch. It'll also vibrate when you have an incoming call and show you the name of who's calling. You go into settings, you can find your phone when you're tethered to it, info. You have the overall brightness thing. I press and hold here, and you see we have 3 levels of brightness. There's level 1. You can't really tell in the reflective mode, but level 2, level 3. They are all dim. They're meant for nighttime use. You can delete all of your data. You can turn the band off, and we can go back from there and loop around again to our home screen, where I'm going to press and hold to show you another screen that's really colorful. Which countries have these 3 yellow, green, and red in their flags? Because you guys should be buying this watch. Press again, and we should get an analog watch. Again, it's hitting the button just right. Trying to keep the reflections for you. There we go. Now, I really don't like this one. I like the nice markings, but why in the world did they make the hands dark red? I mean, even in reflective light, it's really hard to see the time. That's one fault I have with it. Make them white. Just be white on black. It's okay. You don't have to have a spot of color. If you do need color, make it bright yellow. There we go. We're back. Now, let's go to that training area. We saw the step count, that's automatic, and of course calories burned and all that other stuff is there. When you press and hold on training, you get bicycle and run, and then you get back, and swim. You have 3 things, because it is IP67, they say, which usually is splash proof, but they're including swimming in here. Unfortunately, when you go into any of these, like the bike or the run, you don't get all kinds of elaborate stuff. You don't get a step count. You don't get anything except the timer and calories. So it's really, really lean on the fitness realm, at least in the data it shows on the watch. Press and hold long again. It bails you out of that. You have a choice of yes or no. You have to toggle to yes and press again. And then we're back out of here, and you can get back to the back button. And that's pretty much it. You go in to measure your heart rate, and it activates the green diode on the back. And notice it shuts off if it's not detecting skin. You press, wear it on your arm. Actually, let's put it on the arm because you haven't seen it yet. May as well take the heart rate on my arm. Oh, it's getting me numbers, 80, 81, so forth. And I haven't even got it stationary yet. There we go. Nice. It's a nice thin thing. It's smaller. It would work for a lady or a man. And I'm getting a heart rate on here. It goes for a little while, then it vibrates and it settles in on its final reading. And after it does that, then it'll flip back to the time screen. But if you noticed on the time screen, at least the one we had on there, it shows heart rate in the corner on the screen. There, it just vibrated. So I'm going to bail out of here. And there's a heart rate right down there. There's step count and calories burned. So it's showing those 3 factors. Like I said, if you want a simple smartwatch, looks like a digital watch in an Apple size format, this could be the one. It's that transflective, sometimes they call it memory LCD. Anyway, the screen technology is very expensive, which is why this is a little pricey, but it's very, very nice. Now let's look at the app. Here we go. The app is called iBand. I've got it installed, and I got a surprise for you. First of all, here it is. I launched into it, got it all tethered, and when I tethered, there was a firmware update for this watch. And guess what? Check this out. When I cycle through here to fitness, and I go in fitness instead of training, I have bicycle, run, and back. They have taken off swimming, and they changed the name to fitness. Everything else is identical. So I guess they realized IP67 doesn't mean you can swim with it. So when you get yours, I don't know what to tell you. If it's got swim, don't. And if it does have swim and you want it, well, too bad. And if you do a firmware update, which you'll get pushed from the app as soon as you connect, it will remove swimming as one of the 2 fitness options that are available. Nonetheless, I'm touting the beautiful screen and the 30-day life. That's what this one's all about, with an occasional heart rate thing and light fitness and your step count. Here's what you get in the app. You've got broken down throughout the day by hour when you took your steps. That's pretty cool to have that information. Last night's sleep time is all broken down into when you fell asleep, when you woke up, and how many times or the length of time you were awake during the night. All of that is here. I don't have sleep activity because I haven't done that. And then you've got the heart rate stuff over here, which is going to be your 24-hour heart rate tracking. You can do a measurement right here. It immediately goes into measuring on the band itself. And after a few seconds, hopefully, it will give us a reading on the app. So you do have direct communication over Bluetooth to activate things like your heart rate reading. And there you go, jumping all over, 76, jumping up into the 80s, and then hopefully settling down and coming down to a reasonable number. So those are the 3 tabs that you have control of here. Also, when you tap up here, you get into the overall setup of the band. This is where you would tether it. You can unbind it from here. And you have all these controls, remote camera, find your watch. And if I hit that, well, it's doing heart rate right now. Oh, there it is. It just gave me a little vibration. Deep. No sound, of course. It just vibrates. That's all it does. Set up reminders. Rerun app you can tether to as a third-party app. Your overall screen settings here for brightness. By the way, the piece of tape is because it's showing my weather in my location on every page on those previous pages, which I'm keeping hidden from you guys. Set the screen brightness, low, normal, high. I'm going to set it to high, normal, low. Are you seeing the changes on that? This is real subtle because this is the indoor brightness. I leave it on high. Smart screen, okay, bright screen whenever you raise your hand. So when you twist it, it'll light up, which is good to have on as well. I don't think it takes up that much power. You got to do not disturb. You can change your units to imperial or metric. And whoops, you have to confirm all of that. Anyway, time format, 12 or 24 hours. So a lot of flexibility. Heart rate settings. Now I can take it off. You've got heart rate calibration and your timing measurement. And when you come in here, it tells you how to go through calibrating it, which is good. And you can reset that calibration as well, hopefully to get you a little bit better overall heart rate data. Clear the data, reboot the device, and the about, which says that this is the current app version, and you can check for updates for the app right from here, and so forth. And that's the overall app, and this is the overall band. Again, this one's coming with a Milanese type of a connection, which is real. I like this kind because it's magnetic and you don't have holes, so you can adjust it just to the level that you want. Yeah, see there it's 1300, so it's in 24-hour time, but you can definitely change that to 12-hour time. You can get this one from TomTop. These are the guys that sent it out to us. It's a Kospet product, and we all know Kospet has some great products out there. Very well thought out, well engineered, especially their Android smartwatches. It's called the DK08, and check the show notes down below for the buying link and discount price. We appreciate when you use our links because that's how we keep getting these watches to review for you. We'll see you again soon.